I have a friend, and this friend asks me, hey, how good is the Final Fantasy XIV story? So, I have made it my mission to answer this one question once and for all. I am going to complete the entire Final Fantasy XIV main scenario quest without skipping a single cutscene. The goals for day 1 were honestly pretty simple. Create my character, get to level 20, clear my first dungeon, and fix the current UI. I had to create a second character, got 500k in debt, I found the conspiracy theory, and I got stuck shopping for glamour. Yeah, pretty much what you would expect from a day 1. But hey, on the bright side, we can now get started, because now we are ready to create our second character? Yeah, so we kind of had a bit of a situation with our first character. See, my plan was a giant shield little Lalafell thing, and we were off to a great start, to be honest. I was thinking of a name, debated on something random that kind of just worked, and then we got into the game, and this is where everything kind of went wrong. As I had just finally finished talking to Momoidi, I then decided to do the only realistic thing to do and go and sit down at the tables where I thought, yo, let's go debate our life choices on what we're about to put ourselves through for about 10 minutes, and then... yeah, I kind of voted F4, I panicked, I didn't know what to do, it is what it is. But hey, now we're off to make our second character. After intensive reviews of my previous failures, I realized what I had to do now. I needed a combination so deadly, so feared amongst the players, something that people would look at me with disgust. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking when I thought of Valorant addiction, but it kind of just fit all the boxes, so we kind of just went with it. But hey, I mean, why not? Right away, we're greeted with the typical, hey, you're in a dream, you are in a weird light thing. I don't even know how to describe this, but this is pretty interesting in and of itself. We walk towards the light gives us some sort of power up, there's a big evil dude who tries to defeat us afterwards, and I was pretty confused. But hey, you know what? On the bright side, this guy got his ass absolutely kicked, so I will take that as my very first victory in the game. Until I realized that I later wake up from this dream right here, and everything I just did was either a future event or a past event that I will have no recollection of. We quickly see some foreshadowing to the future characters that are going to show up later in the story, and because I'm a big One Piece fan, the scene that follows after is probably one of my favorites in the entire opening cinematic, where we see this gigantic boat just on the water going to their destination. Now that we're finally off the ship, we quickly get into the game, but first we have to fix a very important issue that's been going on. I'm not sure if you noticed, but our text is way too small, and we could barely read it. Well, it turns out if you put your entire UI at 80%, the text becomes so small on 1440p that it is unreadable. So, cue the time skip where we fix our insane UI and make it something actually digestible for the average audience and everybody else around me. Ah, perfection. Honestly, a huge shout out to a Reddit post that was created about 6 years ago. This one comment kind of gave me the keybind to how to resize every single window in the game, and thank you very much. I swear it's a mystery. How come all, the oldest Reddit post always has, the problem as a solution to all these things nowadays? But whatever, we're finally out of the city, and there we met our nemesis, the Mossless Goobbue. This thing and I went back and forth. We had intense battles for centuries, for years, back and forth. Me running, him chasing, me running, defeats, victories. Yeah, so he kind of kicked my ass the first time, I'm just gonna be honest. But I have a trap card. I can blame my UI. I was now ready to enter my training arc. I had to do so many missions, quest after quest after quest, and a quick little cap break because, you know, that always kind of just helps. But yeah, I was now ready to challenge him again, my rival. But what is this? He ignored me. Did our rivalry mean nothing to him? Was I just in my own head, thinking I mattered? No, impossible. He'll surely notice me. Eventually, right? Even if I hit him again? Maybe again. But to no avail. He had completely forgotten me, and I was not worthy of him. But I will not let up. I will hunt. I will track. And I shall wait until it is my time to strike. Honestly, I only really had 3 buttons, so I can't really say it was the hardest fight in the game, but it was still kind of fun to fail this at level 3 and then try again on level 4 and level 5, hoping to finally achieve the goal of killing this thing. I don't know, it's like a small little thing, it was just kind of fun, guys. Come on. If you haven't tried it, go try it. It's like pretty fun. I would recommend it for everybody. But I had achieved victory finally. Unfortunately, I didn't realize how much this hurt his pride, as later on he decided to come and try again, and unfortunately for him, this time I was prepared and ready. Despite his attempt to cheat by bringing backup, I also had my backup in the form of a cat girl, and realistically, you can't lose with a cat girl on your team. So now we evened the score, and thankfully, we got to avoid the Kingdom Hearts situation where Riku beat our ass 99 times before we beat him 60. But then this happened, and at this moment, I had just realized what a great mistake I have made. Because now, the moment I had pressed this trade button and pressed OK, I have signed myself up to play this game until I repay this person back. It is a soul-binding contract that's secretly working in the background to make me 5% interest rate for the rest of my life, and then eventually they're gonna become a millionaire, and this Lalafa actually finessed the living fuck out of me? Yeah, disclaimer, they said it was free, but like, I mean, I kind of feel bad. So we are creating a GoFundMe. Send 10,000 or 1,000 gil to Valorant Addiction on Hyperion, and hopefully we can repay this person back as quick as possible. Fortunately, soon after, we went into this very cool cutscene where we saw like some meteors falling from the sky and a crystal talking to us, so I guess we're kind of schizo and crazy in the game, but hey, I mean, that's just the part of games that we all love, right? The mystery. We quickly wake up and then we're back to our regular schedule of just grinding quests, fixing our UI bit by bit, more quests, and more quests, so we'll just kind of skip all the boring part and go straight to the next interesting part of the video. Ooh, shiny bald band, and some bandits. Okay. Oh, and a shadowy dude that we saw at the beginning. Oh, and a golem. Oh, okay. Oh, we have to fight the golem. Oh yeah, did I mention that we joined a cult and that's why we're wearing that interesting coat? No, it's a joke, I promise. Anyways, we finally get back to town and we finally get to do more quests, get a quick level up, and ready to continue our journey after this. We quickly stopped by the Marauders Guild to do the job class quest for a new skill, but then all we had to really do is, I'm serious, go break some rocks. This made absolutely no sense to me, but hey, we broke some rocks, congratulations. And then we got to this part. Now, at first, I'll be honest, I didn't really think much about this whole scene right here with Nedard and his grandson, but then the more I thought about it, the more it didn't make sense to me. I mean, if you have a grandson and he's surrounded by monsters, shouldn't your first thing be to help him, like, get out of the situation? By the time you run for help and come back, your grandson's probably already dead. But notice how his grandpa is not talking. He's just quiet and in disbelief. We quickly get back to the city where this person keeps saying Commodore Sir, and then I just remember the Pirates of the Caribbean where Commodore is getting, like, his death scene basically or whatever. I don't know, it was just like a little random thing. But anyways, then we go back to more questing. Eventually we meet Merwelb and Yashloda, which now we have completed and become friends with them. We also learned some big backstory, big lore about the game, and then, you know, this is kind of what happened in the past. Before, once again, waking up and realizing it's just a dream. But hey, we have now unlocked the airship and we're off to New Gridania, but before that, we have some massive lore drop, giant dragon, big boom, and some big bad guy. But you know what's the weird part about this? These random NPCs had voice dialogue, which made no sense, by the way. But hey, now we have arrived at Gridania, and now we meet all sorts of new NPCs and learn all sorts of new things. Woohoo! Soon after, I got my very first friend request and realized it was one of my viewers, so I had to do what any smart person would do and check them out. I quickly regained my focus as I was not going to let anything distract me from finishing every MSQ in this game, and we had goals to achieve. So off we go to Olda, the city that made me rage quit the first time I ever touched this game. Around this time, chat said go do the Clamor quest, and I said, okay, what's the worst that can happen? I got a taxi, quickly went to the glamour thing, did the quest, and then went right back to Limsa, where now I have spent an hour and a half, wasted all my gil, and somehow still don't enjoy my glamour. But I kept trying my best, and occasionally found stuff surely but surely. Did some quests, did some things here, there, bang, bang, boom, and the other, and boom, eventually we kind of started getting our glamour together. Unfortunately, this took way longer than I expected, but hey, I mean, it was kind of fun, so whatever. By the time we had finished, we had probably the most basic outfit in the game, but oh well. At this point, we were ready to go back to questing. Unfortunately, there was still a lot of things to pick up in the main city, way too many quests, and honestly, my brain got overrun. But hey, we did a bit of the MSQ before continuing the warrior main story quest thing, whatever, and breaking more damn rocks again? Really? At this point, I had realized I was more than ready for a dungeon. In fact, I thought I was ready to even solo the damn thing. But right outside the dungeon, I realized I had two chatters who were just chilling there trying to flex their outfits and their costumes and their cool levels and all their shiny weapons on me. But hey, I will get there eventually. So I invited both of them to the party so I wouldn't have a long queue, and then we were ready to go. Actually, in fact, we were gonna kidnap a random person outside, but they kind of ignored me, so instead we just went with 3. And then we start the dungeon. Honestly, the dungeon itself is pretty simple. I mean, you just go kill mobs on the way to every single boss room. Not much to really talk about, right? You just go, find a node, hit the correct core color, fight some pirates, more pirates, and then you get to this gigantic Cthulhu looking thing that you also have to defeat, because if you don't defeat him, I mean, he spawns monsters and stuff the longer he's alive, so I mean, we had to defeat him as quick as possible. Now, the good thing about this is, remember how they were flexing on me at the start of the game? Well, turns out that at the very end, since we had 3 people in queue, we had 1 random. And I did not forget this, because the moment I saw who got the commendation, I realized this is my moment to flex on them. Yeah, that's right. I got the commendation, not them, and you know, I felt pretty proud. But now remember I was saying, like, I felt like I could probably solo the thing? Well, I actually tried, and turns out I actually was able to solo the damn dungeon, and that kind of got me thinking, what was kind of the point of doing it through Party Finder? But it's fine, at least we achieved it. Outside the dungeon, we had a surprise with another viewer decided to drop by, and this time it was a green chicken man. Now, I don't know about you, but that kind of made me want KFC, so I'm thinking about what I should order. If you have any good suggestions from KFC, comment down below. I mean, I kind of need some ideas. Honestly, at this point, I had kind of reached all my goals on the day, so I didn't really know what else to do. So I just went around and messed with like OBS stuff to create like a pretty fun, cool little like start screen for my next stream. But hey, I mean, it kind of turned out pretty good. I don't know. Tell me, comment down below if you like this. I think it looks amazing, but I don't know. This was just first attempt. My day was pretty much over at that point, but you know what? Surprisingly enough, at the very end, I decided to do one more quest, and thank God I did this one quest, because this quest kind of made me realize that I have a conspiracy on our hand. I realized that Nedgard is actually trying to get rid of his grandson, because it really does not make sense that his grandson decides to somehow be in danger, somehow be surrounded by monsters, and Nedgard is just there quietly not saying anything when he is rescued. I'm telling you, he is trying to get rid of him. He does not want this little shit anymore. He is done with him. No wonder he keeps ending up in these awful situations. But yeah, that was kind of my day 1, and honestly, I don't know how long this is gonna take to finish, but hopefully it doesn't take that long. I saw that we are on quest 30 or something out of like 600, so we might be here for a while, but you know what? I've been enjoying it, and I will continue doing this every day on my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Aoukie. Or you could just follow and subscribe to the YouTube, where I will post videos as often as I can. All links down below. And as always, have a good rest of your day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are around the world. I will catch you guys next time.